What's up guys, Guy here. In this video, I'll be talking about the gunship or the AC-130 in Battlefield 4. The gunship made its first appearance in Battlefield 3 in the Armor Kill DLC. When it first was introduced, the gunship was overpowered, especially in rush mode. Even after many patches, the AC-130 is still very powerful, so I hope they tune it down a bit more. Maybe even make the lock-on missiles do more damage, just any tweaks that would balance the gunship. The AC-130 in real life is a heavily armed ground attack aircraft variant of the C-130 Hercules transport plane. It provides close air support by doing things like supporting ground troops, escorting convoys, and flying in suburban operations. All the guns and cannons are mounted to the left side of the aircraft, so the AC-130 spins in a counterclockwise around its targets. There are 4 seats on the gunship, with seat number 1 being the M120 Howitzer 105mm cannon. It is the big artillery cannon that fires 40-pound shells at 10 rounds a minute. It's a slower traveling round, but it has its effects on vehicles and infantry because it has such a big blast radius. 1 or 2 of these shells can probably destroy a tank. The second seat is the L60 Bofors Cannon. It fires 40mm shells in rounds of 12 and has an average fire rate of 100 rounds per minute. It travels faster than the 105mm cannon, so it can hit moving targets more accurately and with devastating firepower. Then the third and fourth seats both have the GAU-12 Equalizer Gatling Cannon. It fires the 25mm by 137mm round at 7,200 rounds per minute. It's great for taking out infantry and it'll rip anyone apart if they're running in the open. They're great for taking out aircraft too because the bullets travel a lot faster than the other guns on the gunship. And not to forget, it doesn't have to reload, it fires until it overheats. If one already doesn't sound scary enough, there are 2 of them. The zoom ability of the gunship's weapons in Battlefield 4 are great. You can really see what's going on down there, but you'll probably need all the zoom you can get because the gunship in Battlefield 4 flies a lot higher than the gunship in Battlefield 3. It almost seems to be flying at the ceiling height. Maybe aircraft can now fly much higher compared to the Battlefield 3. To get the gunship in Battlefield 4, like in Battlefield 3, you and your team must capture a certain flag in the map, but now you will need your commander to spawn the gunship for your team. The flag which you have to capture is usually in the middle of the map, like in Siege of Shanghai, the flag was the C flag, which was on the tall skyscraper. There is one thing that really changed about the AC-130. There is no longer the top-mounted miniguns for taking out jets like there was in Battlefield 3. I guess they did that to make the AC-130 more vulnerable to jets. We know the IR flares on the AC-130 from Battlefield 3 looks pretty awesome. It creates a pattern called the Angel of Death. The flares on the gunship in Battlefield 4 will look much less the same from Battlefield 3, but in Battlefield 3 they gave the flares to all the 2 gunners. If in Battlefield 4 they give flares to all the 4 gunners, it will probably be invincible to lock-ons unless they don't regenerate. So that's why I think they'll give the flares to 1 or 2 of the gunners. In Battlefield 4, the gunship's health also does not regenerate like in Battlefield 3. It does that in order to balance it in the game. In Battlefield 3, only the main cannon gunner had the thermal view and the AA cannon had a full color view. But in Battlefield 4, all gunners have the thermal view. You can also call the thermal view the black and white view because it highlights the heat signatures of the vehicles and infantry. Now, I'm not 100% sure about the damage model of the gunship in Battlefield 4, but it could take the same damage model as in Battlefield 3's gunship, where Stingers and Iglas does 20 damage and Heat Seekers from vehicles usually do 11 damage. It also does not get disabled, but only destroyed. Now, I'm also not too sure if you can use the gunship as a dropship, but you can definitely spawn in it as a gunner and skydive down. That's it from me about the gunship in Battlefield 4. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoy. If it isn't too much, please leave a like and a comment down below. I would appreciate it. Also, check out my channel down below for other Battlefield 4 detail analysis videos. I will continue to strive for being your #1 source for Battlefield 4 videos. Peace out, guys.